All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're breaking down a really powerful idea for changing your reality, and it's called the mirror principle. The whole concept is, well, it's pretty simple, but it's also a total game changer. It says that to change your outer world, you have to stop reacting to it. You have to stop fighting it and instead focus all of your energy on your inner world. It's all about ignoring the reflection to change the image. You know the feeling, right? Where it seems like you're just stuck in this loop, fighting the same battles against your own circumstances over and over again. You wake up, you face a problem, you react to it, and then the next day, boom, same problem. It's so frustrating, like you're trying to push a door that's pulling back no matter how hard you shove. And this quote right here, it just nails why that cycle keeps happening. Our focus, our attention, it's like a magnifying glass. When we zoom in on a worry, money problems, a bad relationship, whatever it is, we're literally funneling energy into it. We're heating it up, and that intense focus starts to shape the world around us to match that exact worry. Okay, so how do we break that cycle? Well, it starts by understanding the rules of the game. And the core idea here is that the world acts like a giant two-sided mirror. So let's really dig into what that actually means. Think of it like this. Reality has two parts. On one side, you've got the physical world, everything you can see, touch, and experience right this second. But on the other side, there's what's called the alternative space. This is like a massive, infinite library of information that holds the blueprint for every single possible thing that could ever happen. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, because this clarifies our role in everything. See, the physical world, your job, your bank account, your health, that's just the reflection in the mirror. But the image that's causing that reflection, that comes from the metaphysical side. It's your thoughts, your attitude, your inner state. And see, most of us spend our entire lives trying to change the reflection. It's like looking in a mirror and trying to fix your hair by touching the glass. It doesn't work. The real power is in changing the image first. Okay, so you're probably thinking, if it's that simple, why isn't everyone doing it? Why are so many of us stuck? Well, it's because this mirror has one little feature that trips almost everybody up. And this right here is the absolute key. There's a time lag. When you change your thoughts, when you decide to hold up a new image to the mirror, the reflection in your physical world doesn't just snap to the new version instantly. And that delay is where we all mess up. Because we look at our current reality, we don't see the change, and we lose faith. We go right back to reacting to the old reflection. And this just perfectly lays out that feedback loop we get trapped in. So, you see something you don't like in your reality, that's the reflection. You immediately react with frustration or worry. Well, guess what? That frustration just became the new image you're projecting. And the mirror, being a mirror, faithfully reflects this new negative image back to you after its little delay, which just gives you even more to be frustrated about. You're literally placing an order for more of what you don't want, just by reacting to what's already there. So how do we get out of this trap? It's simple, but it's not easy. We have to consciously, with intention, ignore the current reflection and focus all our energy on creating the image we want to see. This is all about shifting from being a passive reactor to an active creator. The main tool for doing this is something called a slide. Now, this isn't just wishful thinking or daydreaming. A slide is a sharp, vivid mental movie of your goal as if it's already happened. You immerse yourself in that picture, you feel the feelings of it, and you do it over and over. That's how you consistently hold up a new image for the mirror to eventually reflect. And this quote just hits the nail on the head. This is the mindset you have to have. It's not about hoping for something in the future. It's about embodying the feeling of that reality right now. You work on your mental side, you visualize it, and you treat it as a done deal, a given. And you have to hold that image, you have to persist, especially when the reflection in the mirror is screaming the exact opposite at you. That's the real work. I love this analogy because it really clarifies our true power. You know, we get so caught up being the observer, just watching the movie of our life unfold. And yeah, we're the actor in the lead role too. But we completely forget the most important part. We are also the projectionist. We're in the back of the theater and we have the power to choose which film gets played on the screen. The only question is, what film are you choosing to project? But hold on, there's a really subtle but super important trap here. You might think that to make something happen, you have to want it with every single fiber of your being. You have to be obsessed with it. But that can actually be the very thing that stops it from coming. This is a concept called excess potential. See, when you like a goal so important, when you put it on a pedestal, you're basically gripping it too tightly. You create this energetic tension. And because nature always seeks balance, forces will pop up to try and relieve that tension. And a lot of the time, that means pushing your goal further away from you just to get you to let go. So here's the bottom line. You have to reduce importance. Pursue your goal with this calm, cool determination of someone who just knows they're going to get what they want. It's like going to the store to pick up a newspaper. You don't stress about it, you just go get it. You have to want it, for sure, but you can't need it. So when you put all of this together, when you start ignoring the reflection, holding your slide, and letting go of that desperate importance, you can adopt a totally new relationship with reality, a much more powerful one. This is the ultimate image to hold up to the mirror. It's about building this core belief, this default setting in your mind that just says, my world takes care of me. When you truly believe that, you start to interpret everything, even things that look like setbacks, as part of the path to your goal. And that creates this consistently positive image for reality to reflect. It flips that vicious cycle into a virtuous one. And that brings us to the final and really the most important question. Every single moment, you're standing in front of that mirror of reality. You can't control the time delay, but you can always control the image you choose to project. So the real question isn't what the world is going to show you tomorrow, it's what image will you show it today?